are going to discuss about Songs of Instruments Part 3. Here we are going to see about why songs, why we are singing songs. In Chronicles, David explained to their priest that to make a joyful sound with musical instruments. So, music and instruments to make joyful sounds. This joyful sound means it is not the worldly joyfulness, it's meant for spiritual joyfulness. And then in this chapter, they used so many kinds of instruments. They used a stringed instrument, they used cymbals to make very big noise with 5 kinds of alloys, and then they used trumpets and horns. These are all instruments they used in the Old Testament days. Here, lyres and harps are almost similar instruments used. These two are stringed instruments, almost same, but little bit difference. And then cymbals are different kind of instruments. And then 4th and 5th one, trumpets and horns, are cylindrical and conical instruments. These trumpets and horns differentiated like the cylindrical instruments, 2/3 of cylindrical and 1/3 conical instrument is called trumpet. And the opposite, that means 1/3 of cylindrical and 2/3 of conical instrument is called horns. So this is the little bit difference. So lyres, harps, both are same. Trumpets and horns are also almost same. Here, David appointed a music director. He is a leader for the choir. So they had the choir in 2 Chronicles chapter 5 verses 12. We are reading that 120 people are in choir. So many people added after that. So a big group of people are singing at that moment. Now we are also practicing like that. We are also having choirs in our church worships and prizes. They are all trained with musical instruments and also trained with vocal practices, etc. And then here he mentioned the word alamat. Alamat means musical term. It means musical term. This musical term represents female voices, soprano female voices. Some versions of Bible clearly explains about this soprano female voices musical term. So they had some musical term or musical notes to follow for female voices. And then they had a dress code. Dress code is also important. They had dress code to worship the Lord. They had dress code to sing and praise the Lord. So we are also follow all these things in our churches. In days of Ezra and Nehemiah also they appointed some choirs. They trained them and also they gave some stipends for them to maintain their families, to maintain their own life. They gave some money. Okay, this is all in Old Testament days. Now we come to New Testament days. New Testament days also, they sang songs, they praised and worshipped. Clear evidence is Acts of Apostles. Paul and Sila praised the Lord even in the captivity. They followed the Lord. They praised the Lord. In all their problems, in all their depressions, they praised and worshipped the Lord. So they got the joyful, happy, spiritual life. Because of their songs, they destroyed the Satan's plots. So likewise, if we are singing with joyful and spiritual, with meaningful words and songs, with instruments also, Satan's plots will be destroyed. This is the thing we are getting from all these songs. So we have to sing a song, use the musical instruments, not to make a noise, not to create some very big crowd, a very big